Everywhere you go, you will see people talking about confidence because everyone wants confidence. But instead of actually building the confidence, people still think that confidence is a feeling you unlock. And this is not one of these motivational videos that you find on YouTube where you have this very fit and muscular guy screaming at you, telling you to be confident and to trust yourself and to do this and to do that. And they keep showing you this image of a very successful person that has everything in life, that figured out everything, that are very successful, very good looking, they trust themselves, they make good decisions, they take cold showers every day, and everything is going just immensely good for them. And these videos are amazing, but instead of telling you to compare yourself to someone that is very successful, that has everything, and that does everything miraculously right, I am going to show you how to actually be confident. You see, confidence is not something you unlock, confidence is something you earn. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. How would I define confidence? Confidence is basically a game between proof and fear of the unknown. The more proof you have of your capacity of doing something, the less you would be afraid of the unknown. So, how do we become less afraid of the unknown and stack proof? By actually doing repetitions. People still expect to be confident and good at doing something when they have never done it before, and that does not work. You see, many people lack confidence because they have this fake belief about confidence. So instead of wondering and asking yourself, how do I become confident? Ask, where do I lack proof? Because confidence does not come from thinking, but confidence comes from evidence. The more evidence we have, the more confident we become. And how do we get evidence? By taking action and repeating that action enough times. And I use the word enough for a good reason because it depends on the person. Some people start believing that they are good at something and they become confident by doing it 5 times only. Others by doing it 10 times, and some people by doing it 50 times. And the only reason behind this difference is because people have different life experiences. So let's get this straight. You don't become confident before taking action. So, what about taking action that you are doing wrong? People tend to take action when they feel ready. And the thing about feeling ready is that you never feel ready in reality. Feeling ready is not something you unlock. Feeling ready is a decision because you do it unready. If you tell yourself that in 1 hour you will be ready, you would actually feel ready in 1 hour just because you took that decision. And confident people know about this hack. That's why they start moving even when feeling unready. And that is the only difference. You speak while your voice shakes. You do it while you feel unready. And even if you doubt yourself, you keep showing up. I remember when I first got to the gym, I was so scared of everything around me. I was scared of using the machines. I was scared of getting injured. I was scared of being judged by other people. And I did not feel like it was my place. It was so uncomfortable that I still remember it to this day. But even with that discomfort that I felt, I kept showing up because I enjoyed trying new machines and moving my body. And over time, I realized that I was getting more and more comfortable in the gym that I forgot about it at a certain point. And if we analyze that situation, the only reason I became confident is because I started doing it while feeling unready, and I kept showing up again and again, knowing that I had no idea what I was doing and I was very uncomfortable. I also enjoyed the process because I loved listening to music and moving my body. And over time, I started feeling better and better about going to the gym, and I started making new friends. So, confidence is basically a memory bank. Every small win, every attempt, and every discomfort you survive goes into that bank. So over time, your brain would say, "Oh, but I remember I did that before, and I think I'm actually good at it. I also remember that I enjoyed it," and that is confidence there. So your job is actually quite simple. Accept the fact that feeling ready is an illusion. Allow yourself to be ready by deciding that you will be ready. And then start collecting small and impressive reps. Allow them to be imperfect and bad at first, and keep collecting these reps over the time. And then, after a while, these small and impressive reps start turning into average reps. And after a while, they start turning into good reps. And after that, they actually turn into impressive reps. And that's when you become confident. Most people kill their confidence because they aim too big too fast and they get attached to outcomes that actually take a lot of time to realize. Let's say that your goal is to become a marathon runner. Break that down into smaller goals that are achievable. So start by doing 5,000 steps, 10,000 steps after, and then start running. Do 3 miles, 5 miles, and then keep aiming for more. So by stacking these small wins, the momentum starts changing your identity. You start trusting your capacity of evolving and achieving higher and higher goals. So every time you achieve a small goal that is related to becoming a marathon runner, the level of your confidence goes up and up. And when your identity changes, bigger goals seem more and more achievable. Also, be aware of not making the biggest mistake that destroys confidence, which is self comparison. You are not allowed to compare yourself to anyone. If you keep comparing yourself to people, you are basically telling yourself that you lack the capacity of achieving what they have achieved and that they are better than you. When in reality, everyone is special. If they could do it, you can do it too. But that is not the subject. The only person you are allowed to compare yourself to is you from yesterday. So if the version of you from last week could do 5,000 steps and the version of you of today could do 6,000, that is an important small win to celebrate. And this leads me to the next point. Always keep promises to yourself. You cannot be confident when you have no self trust. Always do what you say you will do, because every time you break a promise to yourself, you are weakening your own foundation and you are proving to yourself that you don't trust you. Confidence and self trust are two elements that evolve at the same height. So, if you want to become more confident, you have to elevate your self trust more. And you do this by keeping promises to yourself and doing that enough times. Also, when you fix a goal for yourself and you start doing action, make sure to detach from the outcome, because if you expect results too fast, and you don't get these results, you will actually break your momentum and stop taking action. Always focus on your actions because you never control the outcome. The only thing that you can control are your own effort. The more you focus on actions, the more you enjoy the process and the more the outcome comes closer to you. Your body and your appearances also contribute to your confidence because your body speaks before you do. Always invest in your looks by doing makeup if you are a woman, by going to the gym, by taking care of your posture, and by showing yourself that you matter through actions. Always stand upright, shoulders back, control your tone, and hold eye contact. Because the body language and the way you appear says a lot about you. If you look good, fit, and gathered, and people can read in your body language that you are relaxed, they will feel that you are confident and they would trust you more and listen to you more. Always remember that your body leads your mind and that the body language is an energy you transmit to others. If you still think that looks don't matter, then you are playing the game wrong. Also, your tone and the way you speak matter a lot. When you speak, speak slower and pause. You see, most people just rush to the end to try to finish their sentences and get out all the words that they have to say. When you speak slowly, you signal that you do not need to be validated. So your words land differently and feel more impactful. It also makes you look more confident than you actually are because it gives you this aura that you are not in a rush and that you have something important to say, that your words matter to you more than they matter to others. And that is powerful. Also, take care of the way you dress and present yourself. If you go on stage talking about confidence but looking like a bum, wearing oversized clothes, etc., no one will listen to you. The way you dress signals value, okay? And anyone that tells you otherwise is just a liar or does not follow the actual rules. And also be very intentional in the way that you invest in yourself. Be very expensive in investing in yourself. Go to the gym. Buy food that is actually good for you and for your health. Upgrade your style. Also, know yourself. Always try to discover who you are. Know your triggers, know your insecurities, because your triggers and your insecurities tell you a lot about your past wounds in order for you to heal them. Go to therapy, meditate. All of these things are very important because you would know who you are and where you come from and where you are going. Because the more you know yourself, the less shakeable you become. No one can use your triggers and your insecurities against you if you already know about them and you know how to control them. Embrace loneliness. Confident people are comfortable being lonely, and they know that loneliness can be very powerful because it teaches you so many things about yourself and it also helps you grow. Loneliness is where you meet yourself. It helps you discover where you are going and what you really want. Loneliness also teaches you to enjoy your own company. And when you learn to genuinely enjoy your own company, you become powerful and more confident because you know that you would feel good being by yourself and that you need less validation. Also, confident people are not desperate. They are never desperate for things. They let things come to them naturally. Confident people don't chase, they attract. Because the moment you chase validation or something, you lose all of your power. Also, respect yourself. Never chase, never beg, and never try to convince someone of your worth. If someone does not see your worth, it is more of a them problem than of a you problem. If someone is inconsistent with you or treats you like an option, don't even be loud about it. Just walk away and embrace silence. And that is very powerful because it signals self worth and self love, and it means that you value you. And if you don't value yourself first, no one would value you. I also want you to choose very carefully your environment. People who are around you can play a very important role in your growth or the other way around. Always choose people that elevate you and support your growth. Don't put yourself around people that make you feel too comfortable in life because comfort is the enemy of growth. Always pick people that challenge you to become better and allow discomfort, okay? Because discomfort is your friend. Discomfort is what makes you discover new things and see better things for yourself. And I see so many people stuck in life just because they don't allow discomfort. They see discomfort as evil and negative. And let me tell you something else. Growth never feels comfortable, okay? If anything feels too comfortable, then it's dangerous. It is dangerous because if you want to build a better life, you have to build a better self concept, okay? And you see, the brain sees that as danger because the brain prefers what is familiar, which is the current identity. And start acting like the person you want to become because identity follows action. And be kind and secure because real confident people are warm, they feel safe to be around, and you see them always talking positively when people who are ego driven and insecure would always talk badly about others just so they could feel better about themselves. They always try to drag down others. Confidence is kind. Confidence is warm, gentle, and very gathered. Insecurity is loud and reactive. You see, the most powerful person in the room is not the loudest and the most reactive, but it is that person who is gathered, quiet, listens more than he talks, and can embrace silence in difficult situations. If you have learned things from my video, give it a thumbs up and take care of yourself.